Yo, 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 what's up, what's up? It's Nina B out here. What's good, what's poppin'? How y'all day been going? How y'all been doing? Today is Sunday. I actually settled on a name. I decided for Sunday Night Vibes for Sunday Night live streams. So let me know what y'all think. So today is going to be typical, but at the same time, not really. We're just going to flex a new muscle today, so it's going to be quite interesting. We're also going to keep it the same, so I'm going to just play around for a few minutes before I actually officially get started into the meat and potatoes. But of course, what is Sunday Night Live? Sorry, Sunday Night Vibes, without, playing a little music here and there. It's actually requested my background music, so hopefully it'll work. I don't know, because it's like, how do you say, it's a thing that I kind of downloaded. Well, I mean, there might be a playlist though. So we'll see how that goes. I know there's a playlist that I do have that kind of fits the same vibe, so maybe I'll send it out to the thing. I don't even know how to pin stuff up in here. Let me see. Well, I don't know. We'll try. See if that'll work. But yeah, we're about to play some music, because why not? Dang, I forgot to put my headphones. I really hope my audio sounds okay and it's clean. Let me know, y'all. But I appreciate y'all joining in. Actually gotta change this. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I had some different settings and I was playing around, but hopefully now it worked. Okay, live. Are you gonna work with me today? Let me double check, because sometimes it doesn't want to work with me. So let's see. So I think I'm gonna play a typical Rhodes because I don't feel like playing around too much, so we're just gonna keep it here. So let's check. Alright, it seems like it's gonna work. Okay, funny story is I actually need to cut my nails. Like, honestly and truly. Hey, yo, my people, what's good? Can anybody guess what the next half of this live stream will be? I did kind of mention it, hinted in the last one, so. Alright, so let me know how the audio sounds as far as my keyboard is concerned. Ah, I knew something was missing. To be honest, the only reason I'm playing the Rhodes is because I'm lazy. I don't feel like pulling up any other plugins, y'all. I just didn't feel like it. Today's not the day, I'm sorry. Somebody asked, 100,000? I don't even know if that's 100,000 or 10 million. I can't read my zeros correctly. But, hopefully soon. I don't know. This is actually just a chill channel right now. I'm just experimenting, playing around, kind of figuring out where I want to go. Yeah. Honestly, I was in love with the jazz organ last time. Again, if you were in past live streams, you would know that jazz organ spoke to me. By the way, today I got my smoothie. I hope it tastes alright today. We'll see. I don't know. I followed the recipe on the back of the package, so hopefully it's legit. So I'm just playing around. Okay, by the way, is my thing working? If you know, I've been playing around a lot with Logic. That's been my learning of choice for the past week, few days. It's been a very interesting experience. It's I feel like it's actually a lot faster to maybe learn than like Ableton. Well, I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me adjust my camera real quick. I could be wrong as far as quick learn, but it's interesting. That's all I can say. What is Rhodes? Rhodes is actually the type of sound that I'm playing. So if you can see the software that has been pulled up, this right here is called Rhodes. It's like a keyboard sound. I can't read it there. So like a regular piano would sound like this. So that's like a regular piano, and then Rhodes would sound like this. So I actually got it paired with strings in the background. I don't know, I just feel like it sounds empty without it. Alright, let me stop lying. Music lesson time. Stop playing, bro. You're the musical genius around here. But hopefully we'll play around with different sounds if I'm not lazy. Just pulling up plugins now in Ableton is not it. Oh wait, I could do it in Logic, I guess. But I'm not as fluid in Logic as I would want to be though. But let me know how it sounds in y'all's thingy headphones, speakers. I don't know how you guys are listening to my live stream, but my voice sounds okay. The keyboard sounds okay. I'm still playing around with this interface that I got, so I don't know how it works. Like it has this mixer thing where it can balance between the direct monitor and the playback. So I'm assuming that like in the middle would be balanced, but I don't know. By the way, I'm using my 25 keyboard. Again, it's just a lazy day. I just didn't feel like going to the other one. But also it forces me to be a bit more creative with my chords, since obviously I can't move around that much. Well, I mean, I can change octaves like I just did, but I just do it every once in a while for fun. Too much. All right, so we got that going on. It's been about a few minutes, just gonna vibe, and then we'll get into what we think, what y'all think, what y'all know. Y'all gotta guess. Well, I already told one person what this live stream is exactly about, but the other person should know. They should know. So the person who does know, keep quiet. I should actually switch to my keyboard to actually know what I'm playing. Probably just have to watch back and listen. I am hungry. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, so while this is actually going on, we're gonna boot up what we are here for today. Ooh, I did not want you, man. I did not want you. Stop playing. Stop playing. String in the background is just, that's what's up. Alright, so come on, man. Quit. What? We are not closing you. Stop playing. Oh, Amanda as well, actually. I don't know why it always does that. Actually, you should play just fine. Okay, well, I guess not. Do I want to save? No. I don't even think I changed anything. Alright. What we got going on these days? Be prepared. Today, I wish I had a drum roll, but imaginary drum roll is we're actually going to do some mixing. Yay! Oh, I do have an applause actually, if it decides to play, but no, there it is. There it is. All right. What? Mellotron sound. I should actually send a reminder. But where do I find that though? Like, where do I find Mellotron? That's the question. Okay, so it seems like I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Okay, I can actually do that, and then because I want to see myself and see the necessary comments here and there. Alright, so today we got a track that I surprisingly found for free, which is nice, which is fun, which is dope. All I gotta do really is just, where did you go? Figure out how we gonna actually mix it. So I did the basics though so far. I didn't really touch it. I was so tempted, like really, really tempted, but I held my 2 cents and decided, hey, we ain't gonna do it. So, I bet send me some stuff, man. So, all I did right now is just literally just laid out the tracks, organized it, made it colorful and whatnot, haha, and put the icons, made it pretty. And then I just color coded it as far as groups and whatever. So it's organized, and then I labeled them. And then the only thing as far as quote unquote mixing, kind of, is just pan stuff. That's literally all I did. So just the instruments, as far as the drums are concerned, I pan them. And the background vocalists vocalists, I pan them as well, whichever way. So this is how the mix sounds really rough. Wait. Will it play? I think something is on solo. There you go. Let me make sure. Yeah, the rough mixes. I really hope YouTube doesn't copyright me for this. Alright, so that's what we got so far. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but yeah, that's what we have so far. It's a very rough scratch. I didn't do nothing to it, actually. No processing, nothing. That was pretty much how it sounds, bare bones. So just listening to it initially, I think is just the vocalist, the lead is just buried under all of this stuff. So me personally, I mean, everybody has their own little system of how to mix and how to do stuff, but I just am probably, not really probably, but I always start from the drums and all the way up to the vocalist. So my ordering system is, even this is how like I labeled the board and everything at my church. So it's just, it starts with drums. It always starts with drums. So kick, snare, hat, blah, blah, all the instruments and microphones concerning the drums. And then after that, I do the bass. So in my mind, bass and drums are locked in as far as volume and whatever. And then after that, I put the accompanying instruments. So any guitars, leads, anything, trumpets, whatever. Anything that is an accompaniment instrument or has some sort of melodic line, I group that together. And then after that, I have the background vocalist and then the lead vocalist. So all I did was, again, organize it, label it, and then put certain things in buses. The only two buses I have right now is the drum bus and the background vocalist. I still can't do that. Background vocals bus. That's it. So I'm gonna start I'm gonna actually move the sleep thing to like the end. I mean, a little bit further in, so I actually know where the kick starts. So I'm gonna start with the kick. Actually, I lied. What am I saying? I need to start with the whole drum as a whole. I'm gonna actually figure out what's happening with drums. So I'm actually gonna solo the group, the drum bus, and kind of see what's happening there, and kind of figure out the volume level within the drum group itself. I think that the voice is coming from the room. Hold on. Yeah, that's in the room, in the hall as well. So it seems like I'm gonna have a maybe expander on pretty much all of these anyway. So the other thing I added was the EQ to all of them. I didn't actually EQ anything. It's just literally all flat. But just to give a starting point if there's anything I need to fix. So I'm just going to turn down like everything so I can start like from scratch. So I'm going to start with the kick. So I wanted to peak around -12 as far as the starting point, so everything else is built around it. Okay, again, As far as volume, I'm not sure because I still don't really know how my interface works like that. But um, that's pretty much how it's going to be. So it's around -11 right now, which is fine. There's not too much dynamics in the song, so I think it's going to rest right there. So I feel like that's a good starting point. And then after that, I got the snare. So all I did was click this to make sure it's metering at the current place. Alright, so it seems like I got a pretty good starting point with the drums. But I'm confused about what this is. Like, I don't know if that's, like, what mic is, especially that's coming from. I want to say it's overheads, but I'm really not sure. Again, I just pulled all of this off online, so forgive me. So just checking to make sure everything sounds okay. I didn't really solo a part that has like tom-toms, but okay, seems to be good. Okay, I just want to see how much, because I know for a fact most of the reverb that I add, if you don't know what reverb is, it's a sense of echo and space, is usually coming from room mics or hall mics, so I'm just figuring out how much exactly I want to put in there. Alright, so it seems like I got a pretty good starting point. Got some nice kicks, so I know for a fact that the lead vocalist is going to be like right on top of the snare. I think I said kick earlier, but I meant snare. Alright, so I got a sense of everything that's happening as far as the volume level for the drums. Oh, baby. Ooh, you were so loud. Jeez, that threw me off. I'm sorry, so sorry. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna get some compression in. So right now I lied. I'm gonna start with EQ. Some people do EQ and then compression. Some people do compression and then EQ. It's either or, to be honest. So right now I'm just using presets to give me some kind of starting point of what I'm looking for. I think that low end kick is probably what I'm looking for. I lied, it's gonna be that. Okay, so this is around 500, so I'm just gonna make sure. Alright, so it was around 500 earlier, but I made it around 450 to kind of take out that boxiness if you might have heard it. Okay, so I got that. So I got channel EQ, and then the next thing on the chain is, I'm going to try actually use stock plugins, kind of, mostly. I'm going to mostly try to use stock plugins, because I'm still trying to learn Logic a bit. I hope you're proud of me, by the way. I took the time to learn this software. If you don't know, I am an Ableton person, so what am I looking for? See, I'm still like trying to figure stuff out. Okay, just trying to figure out how do I find compression, man. Oh, I think it would probably be dynamics. There you go, man. All right, here we go. So I think I'm gonna start with a rock kick. Oh yeah. That's actually like low-key perfect. Alright, awesome. Alright, so after the compressor, I'm gonna find another EQ to bring me up to the sound that I want it to. But I'm gonna use like a vintage one. Which vintage one should I use there? Let me try the graphic one first. Ooh, wait, no, I lied. That is not what I wanted. Hold up. See, I'm still learning this software. Okay, it's not, I think it's console. There we go, jeez. Alright, okay, I lied, that's not that one either. There was one that I'm looking in particular that sounded legit. What is this one? This is console, RB tube. I think that's it. I think it was like the rock one too. Yep. Okay, I'm still learning this plugin a little bit, but okay, sounds nice, groovy. All right, I think this is a great starting point, so I'm actually going to move on to the snare. Da-da-da-da-da. So I'm going to do the same thing with the snare. I'm going to use the preset for snare. So let me see which one I actually am looking for. Let's just try the rock one real quick. For this type of genre, I know the EQ that I'm going to use. I'm going to try to make sure it's kind of like poppy, like that it pops out. So let me see what I got. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I lied. I remember that I had to do an expander, but I'm gonna do that later. Okay, that's actually taking frequencies that I don't want. I'm just looking through this and checking. But I don't really hear anything like bad with the snare to begin with, so I know for a fact I want to take out some of the lower frequencies. Okay, seems good. Alright, so now I'm going to do the compression again. So I'm basically going to follow low-key the same. Okay, snare top seems clean. Let me hear what this sounds like. I think I like the okay, so this is what it sounds like without the compression. It's pretty in your face, which is nice, what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna use actually the same compression that I used for the kick to kind of bring in a little bit of high end. So which one was it again? I think it was this. Haha. See, I'm learning. Alright, so let me see what's up. I got drums and then okay, so I'm gonna try tube snare. Okay, let me see exactly. Okay, it seems like around 5K is what I actually want to boost. To kind of keep that crack going on. Okay. Okay, I really don't want that much of a low boost. Probably just like a little bit. High boost on the other end. I just like my snare to be like really tight. Alright, this sounding pretty well, pretty nice. So without it, and then with it, bringing in that high end. Okay, so I'm gonna come back and have the expander here. I think it's that end dynamics too. Yeah. Okay, it's sounding a lot cleaner already. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. What version of Logic am I working with? Actually, this is what, 10 Pro X? Something like that. I'm honestly not the best. Sorry, let me just turn these background vocals down completely because every time I unsolo it scares the heck out of me. Alright, so with the expander with the snare, you gotta be a little bit more careful because I still want the rolls to come through. Oh, the ghost notes. Off and on. That sounds cleaner already. Okay, so for the hi-hat, there's really not much to do. Okay, so I'm gonna actually center this real quick so I know exactly what I'm hearing and then turn it back up. It was like at negative 13. Alright, cool. Just to know exactly what I'm doing here. Alright, so let me see the preset real quick of what the hi-hat would be. Do I really want to brighten you? Not really, I just want to... Like, I just roll it all the way up. So, got it. And then I'm gonna find, because usually, well, I mean, in my opinion, hi-hats sometimes, depending on the hi-hat, it has this weird, annoying frequency. Alright, so... But what version of Logic Pro do you use, dude? Let me know. Okay. Just gonna roll this up a little bit more, that's all. And then, yeah, off. Okay, and that's how it sounds. Alright, so now I'm gonna go into compression. Since it's kind of low to begin with, there's really not much to do. Low-key. I don't even think there's like a... Is there a compression for hats specifically? It would probably be like maybe overhead type thing. Rock overheads. Let's try this. I want us to just barely do anything. As far as compression. Alright, pretty decent. Okay, off and then on. Alright, so right now I'm just gonna add, I don't know if I'm gonna add the vintage here. I might actually use something else for that, but for now I'm gonna just use the expander real quick. And without it, off and on. So I'm just gonna bring it back down and just pan back to the left. Is that my left? Yeah, so now I'm gonna do toms. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I feel like toms is always the ones I just don't like to use. Alright, so let me see how I can find the tommy type thing. Okay, so there seems to be toms back here. Again, still trying to figure out what is happening here with Logic. How do you... Okay, it seems like it's somewhere here. Actually, there are toms somewhere there too. So let me actually... make the loop somewhere here. Okay, yeah, that tom is soloed. Alright, cool. That actually will give me a good starting point. So I'm just gonna increase it again and then make it center so I know exactly what I'm hearing. Now, toms is a bit of an issue because it really depends on how it sounds, but usually there is a problem area with toms, so I gotta figure out where that is. Okay, let me hear. I think I heard it around here. It was somewhere around here. Let's see. Okay, so ish, that area. Alright, that's good. But usually toms doesn't need a lot of work. Okay, so let me get that. We have, I just clicked toms, bro. See how that sounds. I don't even know what tom. Let's see, tom cop. Okay, this has a nice attack, but let me see. I think I like it better. Yeah, okay. So let me check the... There we go. So off. And then on again. So there's not too much compression happening there. Alright, so let me go to... I think it's tube. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Alright, there's a troubling frequency somewhere. Okay. There we go. Alright. Whoa, dude. I wish I had a trackpad low key. Alright, so it seems to... Oh, I lied. I gotta put the expander. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. Okay, let me see where you are. Okay, that seems fine. All right, cool. So what I'm actually do is to save time is I'm just literally going to copy and paste the same settings. I'm just going to tweak it for each tom, obviously, but most of it is just going to be copy and paste. Copy. And then do that for the third tom as well. Hello. How are you? Alright, since you're tuning in now, if you don't know, we are going to be learning about mixing, which is something that is very important that you have to know how to do. So you're going to learn that a bit today. Alright, so we're on the second tom. Okay, let's see what the issue is here. Oh, I like the ring there. Oh, not so much there. Okay, let me see exactly what I'm cutting. Okay, I'm going to make this look like shorter. Okay, definitely there. We have cut. And bam. Before. After. Alright, so that's definitely cleaned up. Now I'm going to see the compression. Usually that should be fine. Let me just change the threshold a little bit. Other than that, that's fine. EQ. I actually want to boost a little bit more of the low end here. And then I'm going to increase it again for the other tom. Oop, I lied. I need to adjust the expander. Maybe. Let's see. If anything doesn't make sense to anybody, let me know and I will gladly explain it to you. Alright, so we got tom 3. Just gonna boost a little bit more at the low end. And then I'm actually going to bring this to the center real quick, so I know what I'm doing. Alright, and then I'm gonna use a preset for a low floor tom, so I have a good idea. Here we go. Okay, somewhere around there. Alright, so this is what we got so far. Okay, so this is what it sounds like now. Oop, I lied. I actually need to pan that back. Haha. And then pan this back. So let me turn everything off so you know exactly how it sounded like before. I haven't even touched the other microphones, but that's what it sounded like before. And this is what it sounds like now. Alright, so I gotta figure out, yeah, the microphones, but let's figure out what's happening here. Again, if anybody has any questions about anything, please ask, and I'll gladly answer. Oh man, my ears hurt. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so as far as EQ, really, all I'm gonna do for this one is just do some correction. So I don't really want a low end from here, so I'm gonna take that out, and then I'm gonna figure out maybe around here exactly what I'm gonna cut. Alright, let's see. It really doesn't sound that bad, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna take 1K out though. Probably around here. Yeah. I'm gonna increase the Q a little bit and then also tackle this 1K situation here. It's a very specific frequency. Very subtle, but probably gonna add just a little bit of high end because I don't know if this is the overhead mics, but it doesn't hurt to add high end. Probably about 3 dB. Okay, so as far as compression, I feel like I'm gonna add the same compression to these 3 mics, but we'll see in a second what's happening. I'm gonna figure that out later, but I'm gonna start with the hi-hat. The hall. So let me see so let me actually bring that up. It's picking up a lot of low end, so I'm actually gonna take some of that out. Okay, I'm becoming more and more efficient in Logic, which is great. Okay, I'm actually just gonna sweep that up. Okay, that definitely needs to be cut. And then I need to move you up a little bit. Okay, so, whoops, wrong one. Okay, I'm gonna drop that again. Okay, I'm just gonna bring it. Okay. Alright, so as far as EQ, that seems fine. Let me solo the room real quick. Okay, so I think I'm actually more or less going to do the exact same thing. Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. Because I'm pretty sure it's literally picking up the same thing. So, cleaner. I actually might leave in a little, not cut as much, because there's some of the characteristics. Wow. And I don't really need as much presence here, because it's pretty high already. All right, somebody asked, is this a performance? Yes, actually, it's a live performance that we were mixing. It's not my live performance, but it is a live performance. Okay, so for compression as well, it seems like I'm gonna do the same thing. It's just gonna be light though. This is stereo input. The thing that still confuses me about Logic is the whole stereo thing. Alright, so let me see. This is a hollow. Oh, that actually sounds really nice. Huh. Wow. That sounds really good. Wow. I'm surprised that that actually worked. Okay, so I just copied it because when I'm lazy and two, it pretty much has the same characteristics on all of them. I'm not going to add any expander. That's pretty much it as far as that is concerned. So we are going to solo the bus again. Oh, I forgot to turn them back down. Ha! So that's basically how it sounds now. All right, so I deserve a cookie because drums is not easy. But since it isn't, you know, that's pretty much 75% of the battle for me. Just got to work on the remaining. But as long as you have a good solid foundation with drums, you're good. So the next foundation we're going to work on is actually bass. So let's see what's happening here. Ooh. This bass player is bumping, bro. So I'm actually just gonna do it together. I've just already put it in a group, but let me see how it sounds individually though. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just do it together. It's not that deep. So I'm gonna start with the preset and see if I need to do anything after that. This preset was not it. I think I'm gonna do a little bit around 200 and then take off around there. I'm gonna find a little bit where let's make it a lot tighter. Wow, you sound clean already. So, without. Alright, so we clean that up a little bit. Okay, so then I'm gonna compress again. I mean, again. I actually am gonna press. Okay, let me see what the. I don't know what is different between bass heavy and bass light. What's the difference? That's very interesting. Don't like how this is compressing. Okay, I'm liking that actually a little bit better. Ooh. That might actually be it. Okay, I think that like the. Okay, I actually need to hear how that sounds in the mix real quick. Ooh. The real sound actually really good. Dang, what was the other one? Direct? That is. usually stick with the E one because I feel like it sits better. Alright, so let me solo you back again and see how you sound all by yourself. Okay, I'm gonna just a smidge. Then I want the attack to be a little bit faster. Alright. It's pretty clean. Keeps it pretty clean. Alright, so I am pretty much done with the bass. All I'm gonna do is see how I like the tube EQ. I actually might use the other one, but let's see. I don't even know if it has a bass effect, but let's see. Let me see if I am actually gonna use the other one. Hey, this is console. You know what? Based on how I'm hearing it in my head, I might actually use a non-stop for this one. Two-way. Do I want two-way? Taking a minute to load. Whoa. Okay, I just realized I did not use the right one. Wait a minute. What is this? Oh. Okay, I think. There you go. Oops. I'm gonna see actually which compression I like the best. Ah, they both sound nice. It's okay. Alright. They both sound nice, I ain't gonna lie. This is so weird, like dual what? Oops. Ooh. It will. That sounds very nice. Okay, so let's see how that sounds together. The overlay bass on this thing is actually legit. Alright, so after that we got guitar. Right? Okay, so guitar, it's actually not that bad. Just take out some lower frequencies. saying? Oh, it took me a second to like understand what was happening. Alright. Okay, that preset was legit. I might actually pan you left later, but I might actually try the 76 for that one. Well, you know what? I lied. Stock. Let's try stock, people. Dynamics. Okay, so if you don't remember, what a compressor actually does is kind of manipulate dynamics, so it brings it down or bring it up, depending on whatever you want to say. But if like the waveform is like this, it just makes sure the waveform is kind of like as level as it possibly can be, depending on how much compression you add. Thanks for the cookie, dude. Appreciate you. Okay. Somebody asked, what am I actually changing knowing that I am soloing the instruments? So you're going to see in a second. For right now, all I did was the EQ. So I don't know what type of device you're listening on. Assuming it's a phone, you might not hear as much difference, but I just turn off the EQ right now. So remember, EQ is certain frequencies that you're manipulating in the sound. So for example, as a pianist or piano instruments, a lot of their frequencies are all up in the mid-range, meaning there's low, which is bass, middle, which is piano, all of that stuff, and then all the high end, which is actually this guitar right here. This would be like the high end. So lead guitars usually play up there, harps, all of those high sounding frequencies. So in this EQ, I'm going to accentuate. So these are the frequencies that it's usually taking up. You can see it on this little graph right here. You can see the lines moving. So anything below this, you see that it's really not taking up anything. It's just rumble coming from the drum because it was a mic fed into the amp. But so we don't need anything up here. What we really want is what's happening up here, which is the frequencies that I go ahead and accentuate it. Some things sound good and some things sound bad. So whatever sounds bad, you cut it. So as I always say, it's better to cut than boost. If there's something that's sounding really wonky, which is a lot of things that I fixed. So as you can see down here, there are a lot of things that I cutted. And they're very narrow cuts because if you make cuts, if you're not careful, they're going to sound very obvious or they're going to sound unnatural. So I'm going to solo maybe this right here. Excuse me, as you can see, the cuts that I made are very narrow cuts, and the boosts that I made are actually pretty wide. Okay, so you have to be careful when you're cutting and boosting because it will sound unnatural if you're not cutting or boosting the correct things. So every instrument or every piece of an instrument likes to lie in a certain place, so you kind of just have to figure out where they lie. And microphones pick up literally everything, so usually you have to cut things to make sure as a whole or as a band or as a mix in total it sounds a lot cleaner rather than muddy. Towards the end I'm going to take off everything that I added so you can hear the difference between me putting it back on. Hopefully you can hear a difference. Okay, so now I'm going to work on compression. Remember, I just explained what compression does. Alright, so let's see what... I don't even know. This actually does add a bit of crunch, which I'm actually not mad about. I like crunchy. Alright, so I mean I just said that compression manipulates dynamics, but it doesn't only do that. It also manipulates the tone of the dynamics that you are changing. So every type of compression has its own type of sound or way that it affects the signal, just like there are many different types of keyboards or many different types of drums. They all sound differently and they all have their own character. Alright, so deciding what I want to do, but I don't think I'm going to put an expander on this. It's completely and totally fine. Ooh! Beautiful. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is pan it to the left. I mean the right. Or maybe do I want to do left? I might do right. Okay, maybe right, left. I don't know. I'll see how it sits. Yeah, I would say right. Okay, so I just want to figure out where I'm going to put this in. Okay, so you see, like, literally we have, like, all I did was the drums. All I did was the foundation right now, and you can saw how much it changed the whole entire thing. Basically, all I did was manipulate the drums and the bass. I mean, I did the guitar. But if I took that out right now, if I took out all of that I did right now, just the foundation, which is the drums and the bass. Look at how much it changed, like, the whole entire mix, and I didn't even do anything. That's literally all I did. So now we're getting into the rhythm. I just tackled the guitar. Thank you, Francisco. Francisco is providing a very great example as well as to how it works. Yes, Analog Ones, which is like the actual physical hardware, they give certain types of characteristics, which I kind of just mentioned, but the plugins, which is like the electronic version, they try to imitate that. Okay, kind of like a real piano, like an actual grand piano, the one that has a lid on it, and like a electronic keyboard. The electronic keyboard tries to emulate exactly what a grand piano would sound like. Obviously it would do its best. It wouldn't be 100% there, but with technology going forward, I said we may be at like a solid 90%. Okay, so right now I'm gonna do keyboard. Now keyboard, again, it likes to live up in the mid-range. So for me, as far as like sound, it kind of depends on what I'm looking for, because I have usually a good starting point, but because of the fact that it's very mid-range heavy and very melodic, I want it to blend in with the vocals. So I usually have a scratch starting point, and then I see how it sounds with the vocals, and then see how I want to manipulate it from there. This actually sounds nice. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna, usually nothing lives down there, but other than that, okay, I think it's a pretty good starting point. The other presets we're adding stuff I don't like, but this seems to be a good starting point as far as EQ. So now we're changing into compression, see how I want to compress it. But does it make sense, the explanation as to how it works? Or what we're actually doing? Okay. I kind of like it, but at the same time I do not. I actually like that a bit better. Okay, by the way, usually when you're dealing with compression, it indirectly makes things just a little bit louder, just naturally. Some people use it for like gain, like their gain, like if they want to increase the gain of a specific instrument, if it was too low initially, they like to bring it in from the compressor. But honestly, I mean, sometimes you don't have a choice because there was no gain stage done correctly in the first place. But I don't really like to do that as much. I just like to actually use the utility, put that first in the chain, and then go ahead and just try to match volume wise a little bit the actual compression. I mean the volume after you add the compression. Mostly because, in my opinion, I feel like gain affects everything else. So when you do it from the compression and you decide the compression is not going to be first in the chain, then it's kind of wonky. So it just makes sense to do a utility or something, or make sure it's just gain staged correctly. So you should know what gain is, just make sure it's set at the right volume. Gain affects everything else in the chain, so make sure you're always careful about gain staging. It's like the most important thing. So I think I might actually add a vintage EQ because I feel like it would sound nice. And I don't even know if I want to use this compression. I actually might want to try the 2A again and see how that sounds. So let me actually turn that off. What is utility? I'm going to explain that in a second. Is wilding. I actually think I'd prefer the sound of this. I always like the 2A on keyboards. Okay, well, let's see in comparison. I mean, okay, so utility is an actual like plugin. So if I add a new plugin, go all the way down to utility and press gain, I can increase or decrease the gain here. So as you can see, it sounds louder, it sounds quieter. So I would just put this first in the chain, and then everything else will be affected because of the way you subtracted or added gain. And it also fixed phasing issues. So if for some reason you had a phasing issue, you would go ahead and press one of these or both of these or whatever, and it would fix it. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove that because I don't need it. I'm tempted. You know what? I'm a compromise. I'm gonna just use Waves plugins for the end of the like the quote unquote mastering. I'm not gonna do an actual mastering. I'm just gonna do a fake mastering. I'm just adding stuff to the stereo bus. All right, so let me see how piano would sound. Okay, whoa. Let's bring that body in. Okay, it sounds pretty good. Awesome. Alright, so this is how it sounds without all the stuff that I just added. And then putting this stuff back in. Turn it off, and then I brought it back in. Again, if you don't have the proper equipment to listen to it, it sounds like nothing, but trust me, there's a difference. Especially when you add it all in together, it will make sense. So let me just make sure Just want to make sure keys and I gotta give keys some love. I feel like nowadays, as we're moving through the iterations of music, keyboards are getting lost. And honestly, guitars are like going up as far as volume and where it sits in the mix. Keyboards are just buried. But yeah, it's fine. Okay, so now we have a solid foundation. So I'm just gonna mute the people so you can just see instrument wise how we're sitting up. So that's how we're sitting, just the instruments. I haven't even touched the vocals. So it's personal preference as far as how you want to mix and where you want to start with. But for me personally, it just makes sense to go from left to right, like instruments to vocalist. I mean, it's because once I get like the foundation of the drums and whatever, then I can bring up and see where the melodic instruments will lie in the mix, and then after that I just make sure the vocalists just blend in and sit up on, and the lead vocalist sit like right on top, because I usually like it to be like the snare like right underneath it. Alright, so now we're going to tackle the lovely background vocalist. Alright, so again, I'm just gonna go ahead and make you guys hear how it sounds like off and on. So this is like everything off. So that's how it sounded before. Like everything from the drums to the keys. So that's just bare bones. And then we starting to add stuff back in. If you have headphones, you probably might be able to hear it better. I just realized I was actually turning down everything on and off. So yeah, that's how it sounds like. All together. Alright, so now we're gonna focus on the background vocalist. Now I have a confession to make. It's background vocalist is, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's something. But all I did was literally just put them together. But I did double this, so whatever this alto person is, I just put that in there. And then this would be the lower middle person, which is actually twice. And then the high person. So the same concept applies as drums, so I just need to figure out exactly where they are and make sure they have a, again, starting with low. Now lower sounding people, I don't know how to say it, but lower register and high register seem to have a problem. I wouldn't say have a problem, but naturally they cut through, so I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure that they cut through, I mean their level as far as how they sound. You know what? I actually might double everybody. Let's do that. So and then kind of manipulate. Now there would be a whole thing where I double stuff, but I don't even know where the doubler is in this Logic. So that's not happening. Well, I mean we could try, but I don't know where it is. Okay, you're the higher person, so we're gonna duplicate you. And then move you. Alright, so is somebody missing? You're not coming in for some reason. Hold on. Alright, so I'm gonna do this again where I try to figure out. Hold up, what? Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna bring in the lower people. Alright, I'm gonna move you because it's very confusing to me. Okay, there we go. There we are. Okay, so that's the background vocalist now. Alright, so since it's a group, I'm just going to do it all together. That's a pretty general idea of how it's going to be. Alright, so I'm actually going to use Waves plugins for these vocals. Actually, but first let me just scratch out anything. I don't know actually if there's a preset, but usually male vocals as far as cutting out the lower frequencies, because again, we just want to make sure everything sounds clean. Usually 100 is fine because anything lower than that would be like kick, bass. So let me see if there's a voice. Backing vocals. Okay. It pretty much did. Okay, since these are males, I don't want to bring that up as high. But naturally, usually background vocals are pretty high in the mix. Just to kind of make it sound better and pop out a little bit. Alright, so next I'm gonna use the C6. I love the C6. It's a multi-dynamic compressor. And it's actually really good for vocals, especially background vocalists, to make sure they sit right. You know, the fact that this is actually really efficient as far as a DAW, like literally, I'm pretty sure like the sample rate is like 128. Okay, let me sign the vocals preset. There we go. Okay, you don't need to be that high. Alright, so I'm gonna EQ it and then compress it again because I really like the background vocals to be like tight. This actually might be the last form of compression that I'm doing. Alright, so as far as low boost, high attenuation, high boost, I'm actually going to bring that down again. Alright, so this actually might be the last form of compression, and then I think I'm going to use Arvox. What the heck is dual mono? Wait, I lied. Did I do keys by accident? Yeah, I think I did. Haha, my bad. Where are we? We're actually here. Okay. Audio units. Stereo RVox. There we go. Okay, so again, I think I'm gonna make the RVox first and the C6 last. The order of which you do things matter because it's literally a chain reaction. Like I told you this about gain. What you do with gain affects everything else, and everything else after that is affecting everything else after that. So it's kind of like one is feeding into the other, which is feeding into the other, if that makes sense. So the reason why me personally I EQ before I compress is because if I compress and then EQ, it's basically like compressing everything that is in the range, which is kind of what I don't want. So I prefer to EQ, take out the stuff that I don't like, and then compress the stuff that I actually want, and then EQ after that, boost the frequencies that sound really nice. That just makes sense to me. Again, everybody has a system, but usually if it sounds like really good out of the box, then I can probably compress before I EQ, but the order does actually matter as far as how you do things. Okay. Now, do I want to do background stock or background vocals? Let's see how it sounds. That sounds really tight. Okay, I think I like that one. Okay, I might actually have to. That might actually be better, but I don't know yet. It depends on how it blends with the lead vocalist. So but hold on, let me see. Pretty good. Alright, by the way, everything that is coming out right now is actually going to be loud, so that's why it seems like the vocals are buried. Trust me, we're going to fix that later. But okay, let's see what this lead vocalist is doing. I don't even know what my head is like. Alright. Where are we? Lead? Finally, we're towards the end-ish. Why don't you? Okay, now let me see. We are in motion. Oh, baby, slow down and listen now, 'cause I got more than enough of that love you're missing. Slow down, pay attention. We've got nothing but time, so baby, don't say. Okay, these vocal presets are not it. But baby, just. Then we could just, why don't you? That's actually not bad, I think. We are in motion. Oh, baby, slow down and listen now, 'cause I got more than. That's actually not too bad. It's a good starting point. Okay, now I'm gonna Okay, I am allowing myself to use non-stop.
Baby, just then we could just. Why don't you?
I don't know if I want presents. Let's see.
We are in motion. Oh, baby, slow down and listen now. Cause I got more than enough for that.
I'm sorry, it's different than Logic, but I mean, not Logic,
Pay
Ableton.
attention. We've got nothing but time, so baby, don't say goodbye. But baby, just
I might actually need to bring down.
then we could just. Why don't you?
That's actually perfect. But let me.
We are in motion. Oh, baby, slow down and listen now. Cause I got more than
Okay, let me see how
enough
it
for
sounds.
that love you're missing. Slow down. Pay attention. We've got nothing but time, so baby, don't say goodbye. But baby, just then we could just. Why don't you?
That's actually.
We are in motion.
Alright.
Oh, baby, slow down and listen now. Cause I got more than enough for that love you're missing. Slow down. Pay attention. We've got nothing but time,
Here we
so
go.
baby, don't say goodbye. Slow down, baby. But baby, just slow down. Then we could just.
Okay, though I definitely need an expander on that, but
Why don't you? We are in motion. Oh, baby, slow down and listen now. Cause
that's
I got
actually
more than enough for
pretty
that
perfect.
love you're missing.
Okay,
Slow down.
so
Pay
expander.
attention.
It basically will just
nothing but
remove
time, so
anything other than the
baby,
vocal,
don't
or most of
say
anything
goodbye.
other than the vocal, because you hear like the drums and stuff in the
But baby,
background. So
just
it's gonna take that out.
then we could just.
By the way, the Mixer at Church has all this.
Why don't you? We are in motion. Oh, baby, slow down and listen now. Cause I got more than enough for that love you're missing. Slow down. Pay attention. We've got nothing but time, so
All right,
baby, don't say goodbye.
this seems to be
But baby, just
pretty good. All right, so now
Then
since
we could
everything is in a bus,
why don't you?
all right, so now we did everything as far as balancing and adding anything that we need to add. So there you are. I forgot I put in the bus too, and not just the group. Okay, cool. Wait a minute, what? Okay, I forgot that I put it. Oh, dang it. Wait, what? I'm so confused. This is what bus is this? How did I set you up? So I have these. Hold on. Where am I back on vocals? You're going to bus 11. You are going to bus 2. The confusion is out of this world. You know what? Let's do it anyway, I guess. I don't know, child, what's happening, but I don't know. So I'm gonna turn those off. Okay, they're somehow tied into each other. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't remember how I did So I'm actually gonna put accompaniment instruments on the thingy so I can manipulate them all at once. So it basically operates the same thing as in church. So remember I say mix on a DCA group because it's easier. Once all of these volumes are set, all you have to do is manipulate things and turn them up and down just individually. That's a lot easier than just doing it one by one. So I'm gonna apply them to the group. Now how it is done is different in church, but in church it's already set up. So right now I have a bus for drums. We do have that in church. Bass is usually by itself. I'm not going to have a DCA group for that right now. Well, I mean, here it's called a bus. So it works kind of differently, but it's still kind of the same. It's fine. Normally I'll put in a bus, but it's alright. I'm not tripping. So I'm going to turn down background vocalists and the lead. And then I want the drum bus to peak around 12. So I'm turning it down and refreshing this every single time. So around 10 is fine. I'm just supposed to be in a group. Let me make this a stack. Hold on. So I'm just making it a stack so it seems more cohesive. There we go. Okay. What? Stereo, slowly lead. Okay, so this is the drum bus, I guess. And then we have bass and guitar and keys and so on and so forth. So okay, let me turn down keys and guitar real quick. Okay, so now I increase the stereo to back to where it should be. I'm a bass lover, so I usually like to add a little bit more bass than most people. Just a little bit. Alright. So now we're gonna... So actually the volume is going to be a lot lower because... Okay, so now B-Box is here. Okay, so just want to make sure that the lead is up there. Now, people are very different as far as how they mix the vocal, like the lead vocal. I personally like to make it just barely on top of the mix. I mean, of the instruments. Okay, I might actually...
But baby, just then we could just why don't you
Alright, so we're actually going to stop playing it on a loop and see how it sounds all together. I'm be making tweaks here and there, but sorry, forgot to take off the loop thingy. But here we are from the beginning.
do you wanna be my baby? 'Cause this could be
All right, so I feel like it sounds pretty good as far as a very wonderful bassist, but we're actually almost done, believe it or not. All I'm really actually going to do is add space to, I mean, you're never really almost done. There's like a whole bunch of other stuff you could do, but I would say like I'm 80%, 85% there. So right now I'm just going to add space to these thingies. So I don't actually have to add reverb to the other ones. So actually let me hear how it sounds. Okay. I should have a bus, low-key. Okay, so I'm just gonna add the same to that. All right, now I'm just gonna add the effects to the master, quote unquote master. It's not really a master, y'all. So right now I'm just gonna use the F6. So this is just EQ. Okay, let me actually turn these down. So I don't know if you can tell, but it sounds a little bit cleaner now. Off and on. And then, what do I got? I think I'm gonna do I don't know. Should I put J37? I just don't know what I want to add next in J, but pretty much done, y'all. Usually that's how it's going to sound. So we're actually gonna have to play back from the beginning. Alright, I'm actually gonna have to bring it down.
Do you wanna be my baby? 'Cause this could be more than just a one night rendezvous. You got my heart.
Alright, so we got
Baby, my head just spins every time I think of you. All of the things you make me feel when we touch,
and then we have I don't know what I want to add next. I'm still thinking. Should I add a C6? Okay, I'm gonna see how what this sounds like.
Call out my name because you see, I'm a risk worth taking.
the first one better.
We could just slow down, baby, slow down.
Alright.
Do you wanna be my baby love?
No, it seems like there are some things that I want to just switch on this real quick. I just want to EQ it as a group real quick, and then I think overall it seems like we are pretty much okay. Alright, and then just EQ it. And then after that, we're good. Pretty much good. Alright, so I'm gonna play that one more time. Aw. It just helps it to sound more together. And then
My head just spins every time I think of you. All of the things you make me feel when we touch, and our bodies are in motion. Baby, slow down and listen now. I've got more than enough of that love that you're missing. Slow down.
and we're pretty much done. I mean, there are like other things that you probably have to add, like limiters and blah blah blah. But
Don't say goodbye.
okay, let me actually show you the whole limiter situation.
Baby, slow down.
But this would actually be like up here.
Baby, you don't need to worry, 'cause my intentions are just bad enough to be good. The situation's still blurry, babe, but I can bet you if you don't, you'll wish you could pick up the phone, call out my name, because you see, I'm a risk worth taking. Baby, slow down and listen.
Okay, it just makes it sound louder and the correct volume for like online and whatever.
Pay attention. We've got nothing but time, so baby, don't say goodbye. If you just slow down, we could just slow down, baby, slow down. Do you wanna be my baby love?
Alright, that's pretty much how it sounds. Like,
One night rendezvous, you got my heart acting crazy.
final.
My head just spins every time I think of you.
Alright, so I'm about to like really quickly turn it all off. That's how it sounds before.
I'm in motion. Oh, baby, slow down and listen now.
That's how it sounded before, y'all. And then this is how it sounds now.
Baby, don't say goodbye. But baby, just slow down. And we could just slow down. Ooh, why don't you slow down? That's it.
Alright, and that's it, y'all. That's how it sounds, people. After all of that stuff. So just to wrap up, EQ, very important. Gain, really important. Compression, really important. Those are mainly the three things that I used today as far as making things sound better. Now applying to you guys. Oh, by the way, I lied. I didn't even show you guys the rough mix. Apparently the thing came with a rough mix, so let's see how that sounds. I don't even know. So let's actually solo that. Okay, so I'm sorry if that sounded really loud, by the way, but I don't know if you guys know, but everybody has their own style as far as mixing. If you can see in the rough mix that it came with, you can see the piano seemed to be the forefront of the music. For me personally, it was the drums and bass that was really there. I mean, actually, the drums was pretty apparent, but it seemed like the melodic instruments, as far as the piano was there. For me, it's the bass to really solidify the oomph in the background. And then the background vocalists were not as high as the rough mix. It depends. Like, if the background vocalists are like solid, then I would bring them up more, but a bit. I mean, they weren't bad actually. They really were not that bad. Okay, it just sounds lower because I took off the limiter for the sake of it. But yeah, that was the rough mix, and then what I ended up coming up with. They both sound really good. It's just the mindset of whoever mixed the first one was different than mine. Everybody has their own little squibbles about how they do certain things or what they feel like should be the primary instrument or so on and so forth. They all have their own little thing. But yeah, tell me what y'all think. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Essentially, with anything, everything just has to have some sort of balance as far as mixing. That's all you really have to pay attention to. So no matter who's singing, no matter who's playing, no matter who's doing what, you just have to find some sort of balance to make sure nothing or no one is buried and everyone is heard to a point, and everything sounds as clean as you can possibly make it. Because then, yes, you send it out, people are going to be like, that's trash, or people are going to complain, all of that. So you just got to make sure you have some sort of goal in your head as far as where you're going, and then you figure out what's happening. But it was actually an interesting experience, mixing in Logic. I'm an Ableton gal, so this was fun. This was actually really fun. I like the colors. The colors sold me, to be honest. But yeah, what y'all think? Did everything make sense? Any questions, comments, or concerns? Anything about anything? I'm here. And then after that, we're just gonna chill as usual. I might transition to the bigger keyboard, maybe, depending on how I'm feeling, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what we have so far. I'm probably going to listen to it again. Usually when it comes to listening, sometimes you need to have a fresh set of mind, ears, back. I mean, sometimes it sounds so good, and then you come back to be like, oh, what was I thinking? So sometimes you need to just relax, come back to it, and you probably will hear things that you didn't hear initially.
Do you wanna be my baby? 'Cause this could be more than just a one night thing. You got my heart acting crazy, baby. My head just spins every time I think of you. All of the things you make me feel when we're touching. Our bodies are in motion. Baby, slow down and listen now.
Speaking of which, I'm hearing something in like all the way up there. And essentially, your goal is to make sure you can pick out each and every individual element that's going on. Nothing should be lost. If you really pay attention, it would always be there. I'm still hearing something at a higher frequency. Actually, let me see exactly where it's coming
Baby,
from.
slow down. Do you wanna be my baby love? 'Cause this could be
Okay,
more than
yep,
just
definitely there.
one night rendezvous. You got my heart acting crazy. I get these feelings every time I think of you.
Okay.
All of the things that I feel when you touch me, we are in motion. Oh, baby, slow down and listen now.
I'm actually
More than enough, but I love you, you're amazing. Slow down, pay attention. We've got
gonna add
nothing
this
but
to the
time,
lead.
so baby, don't say slow down, but baby, just
Very small amount. All right, but I'm glad it made sense.
we could just.
Does anybody have any song requests?
Why don't you slow down?
Okay, I'm gonna back up just a little bit.
If you just slow down,
Just to bring it out just a little bit more.
slow down, baby, slow down. Do you wanna be my baby love?
There we go.
'Cause this could be more than just a one.
I'm probably gonna do the same thing to the background vocals actually.
Crazy. I get these feelings every time I think of you. All of the things that I feel when you
It's
touch
just very small amount though.
we are in motion. Oh, baby, slow down and listen now. 'Cause I got more than enough, but I love you, you're amazing. Slow down.
All right, that's it. That's all we got right now. Just play it from the beginning to the end one more time.
Clap your hands once. Do you wanna be my baby? 'Cause this could be more than just a one night rendezvous. You got my heart acting crazy, baby. My head just spins every time I think of you. All of the things you make me feel when we touch, and our bodies are in motion. Baby, slow down and listen now. I got more than enough of that love that you're missing. Slow down, pay attention. We got nothing but time, so baby, don't say goodbye. Baby, slow down. Baby, slow down. Baby, you don't need to worry. 'Cause my intentions are just bad enough to be good. The situation's still blurry, babe. But I can bet you if you don't, you'll wish you could pick up the phone, call out my name, because you see I'm a risk worth taking. Baby, slow down and listen now, 'cause I've got more than enough of that love you're missing.
All right. I would play this through, but we ain't got time for that. But probably another time we can do that. But hopefully you felt a little bit funky tonight. It's a nice funky groove. But I'm gonna save that. As you know, we started bare minimum and then, worked our way up. And that's pretty much it. So y'all can tell me what's up, my dear people. What you learned, was popping, was vibing. What you felt like was, oh my gosh, that was so cool. Just let me know. Can I close you? Yeah, I can. We're actually going to continue into main. Wait, I actually did not mean to do that. I did not want to do that. I actually wanted to transition into main stage, but I accidentally pressed Logic again. Open reason. So we're just gonna play piano for a little bit to close us out and then head to bed. Because, you know, some people should be sleeping. You know who you are. You know who you are. Which one? There we are. So, I don't know. Should I go to the big keyboard today, or should I stay small? I'm debating. Let me know, guys. If you actually want to play, that's the issue right here. I think that was a wrong thingy. But does anybody have questions about, you know, how the live stream went? Did you enjoy it? Did you learn something? You should work then. You know what? Maybe. No, you're still tripping. Okay, you're receiving notes, but you're not playing anything. Hold on. Hear the same thing. You know what? Let's try this again. Hopefully it might work. Still doesn't work. Let me try this. Let's disconnect you. And okay. Child, you're a scam. You know that? You want the big keyboard for what? It's small you. I just don't know why it's not working. You know, actually I lied. No, still doesn't make sense as to why it's not working. I don't know. You know, it's receiving input. You know what? Actually, I think I know what the problem is. Maybe. Let's see. That actually might not be the issue. Well, let's try to close it again and open it again. Let's see. Didn't I just tell you to quit? There we go. Alright, let's try that again. Minstash. Monstash. Okay. I did not set up the big keyboard. I mean, you're not going to see it. Oh, there we go. Alright. So, person who is bold to say the big keyboard, what you want me to play? I'm still on the small keyboard, by the way. I just it would just be main stage on the screen and not my face. That's all. But yeah, let me know if y'all want me to play a specific thing. So I'm just gonna play, you can listen, vibe, fall asleep. I don't care. I'll log off. It's up to you. This child is trying to cheat for a test. This man said reggae. You know, I forgot how to play reggae, actually. I forgot how to play reggae, but we'll try. I guess you're inspired by reggae today. Good job, children. Worship song in the key of C sharp. Okay. Since nobody said a specific song, I'm gonna just play something random. Unless a specific song, any worship song doesn't work. It's just whatever comes to mind, I guess. And I tried reggae. I don't know how that was, but I tried. Manuela, you're a scam. You trying to cheat on your test, man. She tried it. She really did. The scam level is too high. And the shame level is too low. You have no shame. I hinted at it a little bit. Since you asked. You're bold enough to ask, so. But the scam level is too high. Okay, is that good enough for you? I'm not actually gonna play like that on the test, but you should be listening and imitating anyways. If there's any other song you want me to play, I'll try. I actually don't know that song. You're gonna have to probably send it to me. Is it by Tribal Music or something? I feel like it is, maybe, but I don't know. I never heard or played it. If you know the progression, then I can play that. hopefully by next week. How is this child still up? Eh? I don't really have a favorite song. I just have favorite things to play. As I told you, I don't know songs. I just figure out how things are put together. I like improvising. It's a lot more fun and a lot more freedom to do so. So, we are coming to an end. I hope you learned something. I hope it was an interesting experience for you. All of you, whoever is still in right now. But I don't have a favorite song, sorry. Maybe you have a favorite song. What is your favorite song? But yeah, I don't have favorite songs. Maybe fun progressions or fun keys. I know you're probably gonna think it's Open the Floodgates, but it's actually not. It's just a nice song to teach. But we are coming to an end. I hope you people have a wonderful night. Sleep well. Dream about me. All that jazz, you know. I don't know how often I'm gonna do these mixing sessions, but we'll see. Depending on how it goes, depending on how it is. The way my mic is set up is weird. That's my little keyboard that I was actually playing from earlier, not just now. I just didn't feel like adjusting the camera, so yeah, that's what we got going on. Next week will be a new week, so if there's anything that you want to see specifically or anything you want me to go over again, let me know, and we will definitely get that done. We'll get that done. Why is my head so big? Like, why you ginormous up in here? Like, what you doing? I knew I had the right input, but for some reason it changed it to that. I think I was like a little mini circle earlier. There we go. Unless I put the... Maybe it was that one. Hold on, let me take me off. There we go. That's a better position. That makes more sense. But now it's like off. It looks weird. But it could just be me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Text me, let me know in the comments. Whatever. We'll figure it out together as far as what this journey is and what we're doing. I'm always here to help to the best of my ability. So I hope you people have a wonderful night. Don't do too much. And I'll catch you in the next live stream. I actually stream on Thursdays too. So if you want to hop in there, you can let me know. Some of you have earned that privilege. So you can join me on Thursdays. I will go ahead and send you out the link if you really want to join me. And we'll have fun. Alright, so peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. I love you guys. Not really. I'm just saying that to say that. But return Thursday or Sunday. Peace.